record your attendance. Okay, please put your name in the chat box so that your attendance will be recorded. Okay, thank you. So let's go. So I hope my screen is visible to you. Is it? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So our next topic is electric dipole. Okay. So before going to the our next topic, we will just quickly revise few topics or few points that are necessary to understand what is electric dipole. So first of all, we must be knowing about the charge and the nature of charge. Okay. So if the positive charge is there and negative charge is there, so the force between them will be force of attraction, isn't it? Opposite charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. Okay. So that's a fundamental nature or basic nature we can say about the charges. After that, we have seen the force between two charges. We have seen the formula for force, isn't it? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 for vacuum and q1 q2 divided by r square. This is the formula for force between any two charges. Let us say F is equals to, if we are writing in a scalar form, then I won't put a bar on the F. Okay, so this is q1 q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 and r square. This is the formula for force between two charges. Now the force depend on the nature, or we can say polarity of these two charges, q1 and q2. Okay. So what is electric field? Now electric field is what? Electric field is nothing but the force on a unit charge or a test charge. Okay, मतलब कि किसी एक टेस्ट चार्ज पे कितना फोर्स लग रहा है because of other charge, that we call it as a electric field. Okay, so formula for electric field will be nothing but F divided by q2. So this is electric field. Okay, E is equals to F divided by q2. Q2 is here test charge, let us say, and that will be q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Epsilon 0 is for vacuum, we all know that. Okay, instead of epsilon 0 we can put epsilon also. So epsilon will be equal to epsilon 0 multiplied by epsilon r. Okay, so we have seen till this, मतलब यहाँ तक हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया है, और ये जो सारी चीजें हैं वो हमें याद होना जरूरी है when we study the electrostatic chapter. Now what is electric dipole? So मैंने आप लोगों को जैसे बोला था कि when we are studying physics or any other subject, vector analysis or complex number chapter is must, and if you are not studying that chapter, then it will be difficult for you to understand a few of the concepts. Okay, so I recommend you all to just go through that chapter before coming to the physics lecture, or just keep revising and practicing that chapter. That chapter is very important for you. Okay, so let's go to the electric dipole concept. Now what is the electric dipole? A pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a finite distance is called an electric dipole. Now see, this is very simple definition of electric dipole. What is it? There are two charges, both the charges are equal in magnitude. Oh, okay, and they are separated by some distance, finite distance, and charge on them is opposite. Okay, so this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge, and there is a distance of 2L, let us say. So this is nothing but called as a electric dipole. Line joining two charges is called the dipole axis. So this line from A to B is called axial line. A line passing through the center of dipole, line joining the two charges is called dipole axis. This is dipole axis. Now line passing through the dipole axis is called axial line. So this xy can be said as an axial line. The line passing through the center of the dipole and perpendicular to the axial line is called equatorial line. So this PQ line is equatorial line as shown in figure 10.18. Now, strength of a dipole is measured in terms of quantity called dipole moment. Okay, so what is dipole moment? Let Q be the magnitude of each charge. Now, these two charges is having magnitude q. So, and 2L be the distance from negative charge to positive charge. Now, distance is given in vector form here, okay? From negative charge to positive charge बोला है यहाँ पे. So then the product Q multiplied by 2L, and L is a vector here, okay? This is called dipole moment. Now, what is important here? Here the direction is important, that is from negative charge to positive charge, okay? So we can say dipole moment P bar, okay? P is a vector, or dipole moment is a vector quantity. It can be defined as Q multiplied by 2L bar, okay? So this is the formula for dipole moment. You can write this down. Please write the formula for dipole moment. P bar is equals to Q in bracket 2L bar, so where P is nothing but dipole moment, Q is the magnitude of charge, and L is the, or 2L is the distance between those two charges. Okay. Okay, good. Written. Very good. Okay, good. Okay, there is a question from Sankalp. Why 2L? Okay, you can consider this as a, see this 2L is the distance between two charges, okay? You can take it as a L also, but when we take it as a L, then the distance between equatorial line and any of the charge we have to take as a L by 2, okay? So to make this simple, we have taken the total distance 2L. You can take L also, okay? There is no issue. For our simplicity purpose, we have taken the distance 2L to make the calculation simpler, okay? Am I audible? Is it okay, Sankalp? Okay, okay. So you will get to know why we have taken the distance 2L. So let us say the unit of dipole moment is coulomb meter, cm, or d by 1 d by is equals to 3.33 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 30 coulomb meter. Cm is not for centimeter here. Cm is for coulomb meter. So you can write this down, this conversion. This may be useful for you. Now, if two charges, that is plus E and minus E, are separated by 1 Armstrong, the dipole moment is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 29 coulomb meter, or 4.8 d by. For example, a water molecule has a permanent dipole moment of, and here the value of dipole moment is also given, that is 6.172 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 30 coulomb meter, or 1.85 d by. Its direction is from oxygen to hydrogen. So what is this natural dipole? We will just see, okay? So before that, I hope you have written down this conversion, that is 1 d by is equals to 3.3 3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 30 coulomb meter. And here we have given another quantity, that is distance in Armstrong, okay? This A0 is nothing but it stands for Armstrong. So 1 Armstrong is equals to how many meters? मतलब अगर हमें Armstrong का मीटर में कन्वर्जन करना है, so what it is going to be? अगर आप लोगों को पता है, so you can write it down in the chat box. Otherwise, please put no. 1 Armstrong is equals to, do you know or not? Okay, 1 Armstrong is equals to 1 divided by 10 raised to the power 10 meters. You can write this down also. 1 Armstrong is equals to 1 divided by 10 raised to the power, yeah, 1 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 10 is also correct, okay? If this 10 raised to the power 10 comes in the numerator, then it becomes 10 raised to the power minus 10, okay? So both are correct. Very good, Sankar. Okay. So now, what is natural dipole? The water molecule is non-linear. That is, two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom are not in straight line. The two hydrogen atoms bond in water molecule are at an angle of 105 degrees. The positive charge of water molecule is effectively concentrated on the hydrogen side and the negative charge on the oxygen side of the molecule. Thus, the positive and negative charges of water molecule are inherently separated by a small distance. This separation of positive and negative charges gives rise to the permanent dipole moment of a water molecule. Now here we have given one water molecule. Okay, so the negative charge is concentrated here, or the amount of negative charge present in वाटर मॉलिक्यूल इज हाई हियर, मतलब यहाँ पे ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में नेगेटिव चार्ज है एज कंपेयर टू दिस साइड. ओके, सो यहाँ पे कौन सा चार्ज ज्यादा है? यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज ज्यादा है. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पॉजिटिव चार्जेस और पॉजिटिव चार्जेस बिकॉज ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, there is a resultant positive charge which can we can say it is virtual, it is not, let us say, practical. Okay, so this is nothing but a positive charge and a negative charge, and it is separated by some distance. So this can be considered as a dipole. Okay, this can be considered as a dipole, and this dipole is formed naturally. That means the structure of water molecule is like this, and that's why the dipole can be seen. So this dipole is said to be natural dipole. Now, molecule of water, ammonia, sulfur dioxide, sodium chloride, etc. have an inherent separation of centers of positive and negative charges. Such molecules are called polar molecules. Now, polar molecules means what? Polar molecules means the molecules having polarity. Polarity is what? Let us say, if we can compare this with the magnet. Okay, so let us say I have a bar magnet. So here the N pole is there and S pole is there, isn't it? So N and S, that means there are two poles here. This is first pole, this is second pole. So similarly, here are also two poles. Let us say positive pole and negative pole. So these molecules can be said as polar molecules. That means the positive charge and negative charge is separated, or it is on the ends of, or two ends of that molecule. Such molecules are called polar molecules. Now, polar molecules are the molecules in which the center of positive charge and the negative charge is naturally separated. Say here the negative charge is there and it is the center of positive charge for the water molecule. That's why this is polar molecule. And vice versa, molecules of hydrogen, chlorine, carbon dioxide, or methane, and many others have their positive and negative charges effectively centered at the same point and are called non-polar molecules. So non-polar molecules are the molecules in which the center of positive and negative charge is one and the same. You will learn about this, you will learn more about this in your chemistry. Okay, so what you have to remember is just whether it is a polar molecule or a non-polar molecule. So which are the polar molecules? Water, ammonia, sulfur dioxide, sodium chloride. These four are the polar molecules. And which are the non-polar molecules? Hydrogen molecule, chlorine molecule, carbon dioxide, and methane. These are the non-polar molecules. So this is enough for you to remember from this particular point. So they do not have a permanent electric dipole. So if the molecule is non-polar, let us say the molecule is not having separate center of positive charge and negative charge, so there is no possibility of forming a electric dipole. मतलब कि उसमें इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल की फॉर्म होने की पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है. सो इसमें परमानेंट इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल नहीं होता है इन molecules में. When an external electric field is applied to such molecules, the center of positive and negative charges are displaced and the dipole is induced. So to produce or to induce the electric dipole in such molecules, we have to apply external electric force. Okay, so this is about the natural dipole. Now couple acting on a electric dipole in a uniform electric field. Now consider an electric dipole placed in a uniform electric field E. The axis of the electric dipole makes an angle of theta with the direction of electric field as shown in figure. Now first of all, just understand this figure. So this is electric field in this direction. Okay, so let consider the direction as well. And this is the electric dipole that we have placed here. So the angle between the direction of electric field and the dipole is theta here. And we know that the dipole moment is equals to q multiplied by 2l. 2l is this distance between positive and negative charge. Okay, so now what we have to analyze, let's see. Figure 10.19b shows the couple acting on electric dipole in uniform electric field. Now see, this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge. Okay, so electric field is what? Electric field, when we talk about electric field, we talk about the पॉजिटिव चार्जेस, बराबर, मतलब कि यहाँ पे अगर एक कोई पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, सो फोर्स acting on a unit charge or test charge because of this positive charge is called as the electric field, isn't it? So electric field की जो direction रहेगी, that will be away from this charge, isn't it? So this is the direction of electric field. Now देखिए, अगर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन इस तरफ है, दैट मींस टेस्ट चार्ज इज समवॉट हियर और it may not be present. Even if the test charge is not present, electric field is always present around a positive charge or a negative charge. But the electric, am I audible everyone? I think I am not audible to Sankalp. What about others? Okay, Suraj is saying I am audible. Okay, Sankalp, now am I audible to you? ओके ओके गुड, ठीक है. सो अगर कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है जो मैं बोल रहा हूं, वो तो मुझे बताइए. ओके, एंड आई होप you all are understanding this because I am taking it quite slow, isn't it? So let us say test charge is here, or even if it is not present, but there has to be a charge which is producing the electric field, isn't it? And that charge is going to be positive charge, barabar. So that charge might be here, or it might be here, or it might be beyond this also. So why we are thinking about this? We are thinking about this, so this is a negative charge, and the negative charge will be attracted towards that positive charge, barabar. So movement of this charge will be in this direction, and this positive charge will repel the charge which is causing the electric field, and it will move in the direction of electric field, or let us say away from the charge, isn't it? So these two are the directions of our two charges that are present in the dipole. Now what we have to conclude from this, see, the force acting on negative charge at A is, so what is A, we will see in the next example that A is given. So force on A is equals to minus Q multiplied by E bar, or E is a vector quantity here. Now see, we are calculating force on this negative charge. So negative charge के लिए हमने minus Q लिया, and E bar. So force is what? Force is, see, force is, sorry, electric field is force divided by charge, बराबर. So अगर चार्ज यहाँ पे आ जाएगा तो force is equals to क्या हो जाएगा? E multiplied by Q, और electric field multiplied by charge will be force. So this is the force acting on this charge in the direction opposite to that of electric field E, and the force acting on positive charge at B is FB is equals to plus Q E bar. See, this is the force on charge B. So इसको B बोल रहे हैं ये लोग, यहाँ पे इसको A बोल रहे हैं. Okay, so this is A and this is B charge. Okay, now since vector FA is equals to vector minus FB, so FA और FB की डायरेक्शन कैसी है? ऑपोजिट है. उनका मैग्नीट्यूड भले ही सेम हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है, but the direction is opposite. So two equal and opposite forces separated by distance form a couple. So these two forces these two forces are equal and opposite and separated by distance, so this is called a couple. So moment of couple is called torque and is defined by tau is equals to d multiplied by f. Now d is a distance, so distance is not actually the vector quantity, but we are considering it as a vector quantity here, and f is a force. Okay, torque is equals to d cross product with f. Now you must be knowing what is cross product, that we have seen in the vector analysis chapter or complex number chapter. So magnitude of torque is going to be magnitude of force cross product with perpendicular distance. Now let me just zoom this out so that you can understand this properly. Now torque on the dipole, tau is equals to bp cross product with QE. Now see what is BP. So this is BP. This is the perpendicular distance. Okay, this is perpendicular distance and multiplied by force QE. अभी QE तो force दोनों पे है, माना कि वो फोर्स जो है दैट इज ऑपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन, एक पे फोर्स है QE एंड दूसरे पे फोर्स है positive QE. But if you take the magnitude, then it is QE only. Okay, so the torque, we are talking about the torque, that is tau is equals to BP क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट विथ QE. सो यहाँ पे डायरेक्शन देखिए, B से लेके P तक, सी दिस इज द डायरेक्शन, एंड Q multiplied by E, that is in the direction of E itself. Now torque can be written like QE 2L sin theta. Now QE and 2L sin theta. So 2L sin theta is C. This is 2L sin theta. If the angle here is 30 degree, then it is going to be 30 degree here also. And this distance BP is nothing but 2L sin theta. यहाँ पे 2 सेंटीमीटर है, इसको कंसीडर मत करो. Let us say this distance is 2L. So it is going to be 2L sin theta and QE is what? QE is magnitude of force. So but P is equals to Q cross product of 2L. Now P is what? P is dipole moment, that is charge multiplied by or let us say vector product with the distance between the two charges. So यहाँ पे क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट है, बराबर, एंड दिस इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी, सॉरी दिस इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी एंड दिस इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक normal multiplication only. Okay, so tau becomes P multiplied by E sin theta. Now where did this P come from? So Q multiplied by 2L is P. So we are taking here in a scalar form. Okay, now in vector form, वेक्टर फॉर्म में अगर हम इसको देखेंगे तो टाउ बार इज इक्वल्स टू पी बार मल्टीप्लाइड बाय ई बार साइन थीटा निकल जाएगा. साइन थीटा क्यों निकल जाएगा? बिकॉज वी आर टेकिंग द क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट हियर एंड वी आर राइटिंग इन इट्स वेक्टर फॉर्म. जैसे कि हमने देखा था ना, मतलब अगर ए मल्टीप्लाइड बाय बी है और ई डॉट प्रोडक्ट बी है एंड कॉस थीटा इज मल्टीप्लाइड विथ इट, सो वी कैन राइट इट एज अ A vector and dot product with B vector, बराबर. So similarly, if A multiplied by or A dot with B and sin theta अगर वहां पे दिया गया है, so sin theta का मतलब क्या होता है? Sin theta stands for the cross product. Okay, so we have to write A vector cross product with B vector. Okay, so this is how we write. I hope you are understanding this now. Okay, so just quickly write down the formulas that I underlined. So first of all, write down this: magnitude of torque is equals to magnitude of force multiplied by perpendicular distance. After that, write down this formula in vector form. Question may be asked from this formula also, or either this formula also, or दिस फॉर्मूला। ठीक है, ये तीनों फॉर्मूला आप लोगों को याद होने चाहिए। अगर याद नहीं भी होते हैं सो यू कैन डिराइव देम if you properly understand the concept. Okay, so I hope you have written these three formulas. So write down the formulas and please let me know when you are done. Okay, so I hope you are understanding all this. Okay, आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है? अगर नहीं आ रहा है तो ऐसे बताइए. Okay, so let's move further. Now if theta is equals to 90 degree, then sine theta becomes 1 and tau is equals to PE. So we are talking about which formula? This formula. If the value of theta becomes 90 degree, so what is theta? See, theta is this, and if theta becomes 90 degree, that means this our electric dipole. Okay, is if the dipole is perpendicular to the electric field. Now theta has become 90 degree. So then what happens? Let's say when the axis of electric dipole is perpendicular to uniform electric field, torque of the couple acting on the electric dipole is maximum. That is, torque tau is equals to PE. If theta is equals to 0, then tau is equals to 0. This is the minimum torque on the dipole. Torque tends to align the dipole along axis along the direction of इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. नाउ सी, अगर यहाँ टॉर्क मीन्स व्हाट? टॉर्क मीन्स if this is a dipole and it is trying to go toward this, and this electric charge is trying to go toward this. Okay, so that means this dipole is trying to align with the electric field lines, okay, or electric field. So this is nothing but the torque. Okay, and the torque is between two forces or couple. We can say the equal and opposite forces can be called as a couple. So this is about torque. And if let us say theta is equals to 0, that means the dipole is already aligned with the electric field. So this arrow should not be there. This should be like this. Okay, so then torque is going to be minimum. There is no need of torque, isn't it? So I hope you understand when the torque is maximum and when the torque is minimum. I'm talking about the concept. Okay. Shall we move further? Bataiye everyone. If you have any kind of a doubt, you can put in the chat box. Okay. And one more thing I want to ask, can we continue till say 8:30? Can we continue till 8:30 if needed? Mostly it might not be needed. Okay, yeah, Sankalp is fine with it. What about others? Sameer, Suraj, please quickly respond. Okay, they'll respond. So we'll take this example also. An electric dipole of length 2 centimeter is placed with its axis making an angle of 30 degree with the uniform electric field of 10 raised to the 5 10 raised to the 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb as shown in figure. If it experiences a torque of 10 root of 3 Newton meter, calculate the magnitude of charge on the dipole. Now what we have given and what we have to calculate, say 2L is given. 2L is equals to 2 centimeter. After that, angle is given, that is theta is given. Is it? Theta is given. After that, electric field is given and it is magnitude. See, 10 raised to the power 5. It is in the scalar form. And what is given? Torque, that is tau is given. So we have to use formula which contains these variables. So which formula is that? This is the formula. Torque is equals to Q multiplied by E multiplied by 2L multiplied by sine theta. So what is the unknown quantity in this formula? Q is the unknown quantity. We have to calculate magnitude of charge. So when we talk about the scalar form, then we only talk about the मैग्नीट्यूड ओनली. ओके, स्केलर फॉर्म में हम सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड की बात करते हैं. वी डू नॉट टॉक अबाउट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ दैट particular quantity. So just put all the values of given parameters in this formula and you will find the charge as a 1.73 into 10 raised to the power minus 2 coulombs. Okay, now electric intensity at a point due to an electric dipole. Now let us say case 1. When sine theta and cos theta to take. See, this is very basic question about trigonometry. Okay, so let's see. If this is a triangle, okay, and this is a theta, this is the theta and its length is, let us say, A, its length is B, this length is C. Okay, so sine theta is equals to the side which is in front of the angle divided by the hypotenuse, that means B by A. Okay, and cos theta is equals to the side which is adjacent to the angle, that is C by A. A is hypotenuse. So this is sine theta and cos theta. These are the ratios, trigonometric ratios. Okay, and why we took the sine theta here? See, we have given sine theta in the formula. हमें फॉर्मूला में साइन थीटा दिया गया है. यहाँ पे देखो, जैसे हमने फॉर्मूला डिराइव किया ना कि ये जो फोर्स रहता है, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ टॉर्क का मैग्नीट्यूड किस पे डिपेंड करता है? द परपेंडिकुलर फोर्स एंड द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. ओके, सॉरी, इट इज मैग्नेटिक फोर्स एंड परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस पे वो डिपेंड करता है. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव टेकन द साइन थीटा हियर. ओके, इफ यू गो थ्रू द proof of previous theorem, then you can understand it. Okay, so for a moment you just consider these three formulas. अगर टॉर्क निकालने के लिए बोला है, so you have to use this formula और this formula. इन तीनों में से कोई तो एक फॉर्मूला आपको यूज करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन I would say this is the formula which can be asked mostly. ठीक है, so let's move to the next topic. Consider an electric dipole consisting of two charges minus q and plus q separated by a distance 2L as shown in figure 10.20. Let P be a point at a distance r from the center C of the dipole. The electric field intensity or electric intensity EA at P due to the dipole is vector sum of field due to the charge q1 minus q एंड प्लस क्यू एट बी. सो भी क्या कहा गया इस पैराग्राफ में, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया. थोड़ा सा अगर हम इस फिगर को ऑब्जर्व करेंगे तब हमें समझ में आएगा. सी, दिस इज अ डाइपोल. यहां तक सब लोगों को क्लियर है. नेगेटिव चार्ज इज देयर, पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज देयर, एंड दीज टू चार्जेस आर सेपरेटेड बाय अ सर्टेन डिस्टेंस. एंड व्हाट दे आर आस्किंग अस और व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू से हियर इज, लेट अस से अ पॉइंट P इज हियर. ओके, यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट P है. सो इस पॉइंट P को जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड महसूस हो रही है, द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी एक्सपीरियंस्ड बाय दिस पॉइंट P इज व्हाट. मतलब हमें यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी निकालनी है. ओके, नाउ हाउ वी कैन फाइंड दिस आउट? सी, ओके, सो ये जो चार्ज है और this is a point, this is not a charge, P is a point. और हम जब भी कभी भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी की बात करते हैं, then we take a reference point or a reference charge and we consider that as a positive always, isn't it? So this positive charge or the point will experience the force that is away from the charge because of this charge. Okay, इस charge की वजह से this is also positive and this point is just considered as a positive, it is not positive. Okay, this is a test point or a test charge, and we always consider this as a positive charge that we have learned in the previous lectures. So the force will be towards this, and because of this negative charge, अभी इस negative charge का भी कुछ कुछ force लगेगा ना उस point P पे. So ये जो force रहेगा या फिर ये जो electric field intensity होगी, that will be towards the this charge. अभी देखो एक्चुअल में ये जो चार्ज आने की कोशिश कर रहा है, दैट इज ट्राइंग टू कम टुवर्ड्स दिस चार्ज, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस चार्ज द पॉइंट इज ऑल्सो एक्सपीरियंसिंग द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड that is away from the point P. Okay, so now mathematically how we can solve this, let us see. So for that I will just zoom it out. So electric field intensity at point P due to negative charge at A. Okay, so EA is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 minus Q divided by R plus L square divided by PD. So अभी R plus L square कहाँ से आया, that we have to see. Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. ठीक है. See, distance between these two charges R plus L square is what? Electric field intensity की जब हम बात करते हैं, then we take the formula that is electric field intensity is equals to the charge, whether it is positive or negative, divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into R square. So what exactly is R? See, this is R and R plus L. This is 2L distance, na? This distance is 2L, so this has to be L, and this is R. So distance between P and negative charge, we have taken the distance between P and negative charge, which is R plus L and whole square, and in the direction of P to D, that means from P to D. See, this is a D, so the force will be, or the electric field will be, intensity will be towards the negative charge. Now just consider this formula. Now where PD, this is a unit vector directed along PD, electric intensity at P due to positive charge. अभी हम positive charge की वजह से electric field intensity इस point पे निकालने की कोशिश अगर करें, so similar formula रहेगा. Instead of Q, negative Q, we take it here positive Q, and the distance is going to be R minus L square. So why R minus L square? This total distance is R and this distance is L. So this total distance is nothing but R minus L, and square is given there. Okay, so consider these two formulas. Again where PQ cap is a unit vector directed along PQ bar. Okay, so अभी I hope आप लोगों को ये दो फॉर्मूला जो है वो समझ में आ चुके हैं कि हमने किस तरह से ये फॉर्मूलाज यहाँ पे लिखे. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड और नॉट? बताइए सब लोग. अगर समझ में आया है तो आगे बढ़ने में मतलब है, अगर नहीं समझ में आया है तो वी हैव टू रिपीट इट. एवरीवन, समीर, संकल्प, सूरज. ओके, समीर को समझ में आया? ओके ओके, गुड. I think Arya is not present. Or is she present? Yes, she is present, but she is not responding. And what about others? बाकी लोगों ने जवाब नहीं दिया. मैंने पूछा अगर हम 8:30 तक कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं क्या? सिर्फ संकल्प ने कहा इट्स ओके सर. बाकी लोग बताइए. वी आर गोइंग टू फिनिश दिस चैप्टर टुडे. कैन वी कंटिन्यू टिल 8:30? सूरज, समीर, yes, no, put either yes or no so that I will understand. You can frankly put yes or no. Okay, Samir says yes. Okay, तो अभी सूरज और आर्या आप लोग अपना ओके ठीक है. सो मतलब मेजोरिटी ने कह दिया कि करना है तो करना है कंटिन्यू. ओके, सो दीज टू फॉर्मुलाज यू हैव अंडरस्टूड. नाउ द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ईबी इज ग्रेटर देन दैट ऑफ ईए. सो अभी ईबी का मैग्नीट्यूड जो है, देखो ईबी का मैग्नीट्यूड क्यों ज्यादा है? बिकॉज दैट पॉइंट इज, और द चार्ज इज क्लोजर टू दैट पॉइंट पी. सी, विच चार्ज इज क्लोजर? दिस B charge is closer to point P. So obviously that the magnitude of electric field intensity EB is going to be greater than that of EA. Resultant field EA, E small a at point P on the axis due to the dipole is E small a is equals to EB plus EA. So अभी resultant क्या field रहेगा? Resultant field will be addition of both the electric fields. So अगर हम addition करें और यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं देखो, we are taking the mod here. Okay, we are just thinking about magnitude here. So we will not consider the direction. Now when we say we will not consider about the direction, what we are talking about? We are talking about these two variables. See, यहाँ पे PD और PQ को लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, because we are for an instance we are neglecting the direction or we are just finding magnitude. So अगर आप लोग magnitude find out कर रहे हैं, just put the values of EB plus EA and the resultant is going to be this. ओके, सो ये रिजल्ट आएगा. अभी ये सब क्या है? ये these all are mathematical calculations. इन सब में एक्सप्लेन करके मुझे समय नहीं बर्बाद करना है. So you can solve and you can just consider this formula. Now EA is directed along PQ, which is the direction of dipole moment P. Now E small a is directed along PQ. Now we have to see P and Q. Where is P and Q? So see, this is P and Q. This is PQ. So why PQ? Because this positive charge is closer to this point. And let us say if I say this negative charge is here and this positive charge is here, then the direction of electric field intensity will be towards this. Okay, so I hope you are understanding the concept which I'm trying to tell you. Okay, now direction of dipole moment P from the negative to the positive charge parallel to the axis. If R is very greater than L, then L square can be neglected compared to the R square. So magnitude of EA is going to be like this: 1 divided by 2 pi epsilon 0 2p R cube. So P is what? P is dipole moment. Remember this. Okay, so you can write down these two formulas. और इन सब फॉर्मूला या फिर यही फॉर्मूला, ये दोनों फॉर्मूला लिख लीजिए. Write down this formula also and write down this also. See, if R is very greater than or much greater than L, then L square can be neglected and we can write it as a L cube. Okay, so write down these two formulas. So these two formulas will be useful for you when such type of a question is given. I hope you have written the formula. Let's go to the next part. So a point is now placed. See where this point is now placed on the equatorial line. So this is the point now P. पहले कहां पे था पॉइंट? पहले यहां पे पॉइंट था. तो अभी देखिए किस चार्ज की वजह से किस डायरेक्शन में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इस पॉइंट को फील होने वाली है, महसूस होने वाली है. पहले तो हमें ये समझ में आना चाहिए. ओके, नाउ सी दिस इज पॉजिटिव चार्ज एंड दिस पॉइंट वी कंसीडर इट एज अ पॉजिटिव पॉइंट. ओके, और पॉजिटिव फॉर इंस्टेंस इट इज नॉट एक्चुअली द पोलैरिटी इज नॉट फॉर दिस पॉइंट. किसी भी पॉइंट की पोलैरिटी नहीं रहती है, लेकिन वी कंसीडर इट एज अ पॉजिटिव. सो द डायरेक्शन विल बी away from the positive charge. So this direction is going to be this. Electric field intensity because of this charge will be in this direction, and that of because of this charge is going to be towards the charge, because this is a negative charge and which is attracting the point P. Okay, and the electric field direction will be like this. Now electric field at P due to charge Q at A is similarly. अभी देखिए EA हमें कैलकुलेट करना है. 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन 0 तो वैसा का वैसा रहेगा, माइनस Q भी एज इट इज रहेगा. नाउ व्हाट इज द डिस्टेंस? डिस्टेंस इज AP स्क्वायर. AP, सो दिस इज AP स्क्वायर एंड PA. अभी इसकी डायरेक्शन देखिए, P से A की तरफ डायरेक्शन है, सो वेक्टर यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया गया है. सिमिलरली इफ यू फाइंड द EB, 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन 0, पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज देयर एंड BP स्क्वायर. सो सी दिस इज B and P. This is the distance and its direction is PQ. देखिए PQ डायरेक्शन में,
So these two are the electric field intensities at that point. So to find out the resultant electric field intensity, what we do, we just add both of them. So see, E equivalent is equals to, electric field equivalent is equals to EA plus EB. So consider triangle ACP. Now let's go to this diagram again where it is. Yeah. So we have to consider this triangle APC. So अभी इसकी जो लेंथ रहने वाली है, that is going to be, we are talking about this length and this length. Okay, AP and PB or BP. So see, AP square is equals to PC square plus AC square is equals to R square plus L square is equals to BP square. Now see, समझ लो, AP, this is hypotenuse, AP square is going to be R square, this is R. Okay, this is R and this is L. R square plus L square इसका डिस्टेंस रहेगा. सिमिलरली BP का भी R square plus L square ही डिस्टेंस रहेगा. सो वाई वी आर फाइंडिंग दिस आउट, यहाँ पे हमें AP दिया गया है फॉर्मूला में, यहाँ पे BP फॉर्मूला में दिया गया है, but we do not know actually the distance, these distances. Okay, rather than that we know the distances the distance between two charges and the distance between the point and the midpoint of that dipole. Okay, so AP और BP की हमने यहाँ पे वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर ली. We just put these values in the formula. So देखो, ये जो हमारा फॉर्मूला थे ना, दो अलग अलग फॉर्मूलास, so these formulas now become like this. We are taking again its mod or modulus or magnitude. So we will not consider about the direction. यहाँ पे AP की जगह पे आ गया R square plus L square और BP की जगह पे भी क्या आ गया, R square plus L square ही आ गया. So from these two equations we can say that magnitude of EA is equals to magnitude of EB. So the resultant of fields EA and EB acting at a point P can be calculated by resolving these vectors EA and EB along the equatorial line and along the direction of perpendicular to it. Now see, अगर ये जो दो फील्ड्स हैं, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड्स, अगर ये डायरेक्शन में और लेट अस से मैग्नीट्यूड में opposite होते, if the fields are opposite in direction, then they will cancel out each other. Okay, so for an instance, let us say if this is the first field and this is the second field, for an instance, so these two fields will cancel out each other, but this is not the case. यहाँ पे क्या है, ये मैग्नीट्यूड में सेम है और their direction is not opposite. Okay, उनकी डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट नहीं है. So that's why these two fields cannot be cancelled. सो उनका हमें इक्विवेलेंट निकालना पड़ेगा. सो इक्विवेलेंट हम किस तरह से निकालते हैं, वी कैन यूज द ट्रायंगल लॉ एज वेल एज द पैरेललोग्राम लॉ. सो दीज टू लॉज वी हैव सीन, और द पॉलीगॉन लॉ इज आल्सो देयर, बट पॉलीगॉन लॉ इज नॉट यूजफुल हियर. ओके, सो कंसीडर द फिगर 10.21b. let y axis coincide with equator of the dipole. X axis will be parallel to dipole as shown in the origin at is point P. See, point P is origin. Okay, and the dipole is parallel to this, and the equatorial is, let us say, this is coinciding with y axis. Okay, this is what, this is equatorial and this is dipole. Now we will consider x and y components of vector EA and EB. Now EA and EB are y components of EA and EB are E sin theta and EB sin theta. So which is y component? This is y component. Okay, for any vector there are two or three components in the direction. If it is a vector in two direction plane, then it must be having two components, that is in the x direction and y direction. And if it is a vector in the three-dimensional field, so it is going to be have three dimensions, that are or three components in the x direction, y direction and z direction. Okay, so y components देखिए यहाँ पे, अगर इस EB sin थीटा, अभी EB sin थीटा की वैल्यू अगर लेट अस से 5 है यहाँ पे, सो यहाँ पे भी कितनी रहेगी, that is going to be -5. okay, So these y components will cancel out each other. Now if we talk about the x component, so x component x component दोनों के लिए कैसा है, सेम ही है. The x component of EA and EB are EA cos theta and EB cos theta. They are of equal magnitude, are in the same direction. See, अगर मैं इस वेक्टर डायग्राम की बात करता हूं तो इसके y कंपोनेंट्स ऑपोजिट थे, ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में थे, तो वो कैंसिल आउट हो गए. और इसके जो x कंपोनेंट्स रहेंगे, दीज आर नथिंग बट द सेम पॉइंट. देखो दोनों का भी अगर हम x पे प्रोजेक्शन निकाले, so that is going to be on a single point. So what we conclude from this, let us see. So E equivalent is equals to EA cos theta plus EB cos theta. अभी हमने EA cos theta और EB cos theta क्यों लिया? Because EA cos theta is the component of EA in X, or it is a X component of EA, and EB cos theta is a X component of EB. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Okay. Now E और E equivalent is equals to 2EA cos theta. अभी ये दोनों भी सेम ही है एक्चुअल में. ओके, अगर आप इसको EA भी लेंगे या फिर EB भी ले लेंगे, डजंट मैटर. यहाँ पे सिर्फ हमने नाम से उनको सेपरेट लिखा है, बट एक्चुअली दे आर वन, एज वी हैव सीन हियर. ओके, सी these are the X components. So by using formula that is 10.25 and 10.26, we can write 2. Now this is the value of, let me just see what it is value of. It is value of EA, magnitude of EA, which is the form. Okay, see, this is the magnitude of EA. Okay, and cos theta, so root of, okay, L by root of R square plus L square. So yeah, cos theta के लिए ये लिख दिया हमने, and EA के लिए ये लिख दिया. अभी cos theta के लिए ये कैसे आएगा? Cos theta के लिए L is the direction like this, that is the side, and R square plus L square. Okay, correct. So this is going to be cos theta. I hope you understand this cos theta. ये समझ में आया? cos theta के लिए L by root of R square plus L square क्यों लिखा? Did you understand why we write like this cos theta? Or shall I need to explain? Okay, you didn't understand. Okay, no problem. See, this is, let us say, dipole. Okay, and this is, okay, sorry, this is an angle. This is an angle of our dipole. This is positive charge, this is negative charge, and this is electric field. Okay, so okay, we are not talking about actually this. We are talking about the point which is on equatorial line of dipole. Okay, equatorial line पे जो dipole है उसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. So this is a dipole, this is positive, this is negative, and this is point P. Okay, so this distance is R. ये सबको पता है. This distance is R. This distance is L. This distance is again L. So cos theta. So देखो यहाँ पे अगर मैं थीटा की बात करता हूँ, this is theta. So cos theta is going to be L divided by, so this is L divided by R square plus L square and its root. So मतलब कि हमें hypotenuse की वैल्यू लिखनी है. So hypotenuse की, yes, okay, now you got it, is it? Okay, so I hope others are also getting this. समझ रहे हो? ठीक है, चलो. Okay, good. Let me just clear this and then we will continue. So we have written cos theta like this, and if we solve, the simple algebra is there, and you can write down like this, and the say this is first formula. Okay, this is the first formula, and if we consider R is much greater than L, then L square is very small compared to R square. Now why we are considering R is much greater than L? So देखिए dipole में कैसा होता है, this is the charge, this is, okay, I will draw with another color so that you will be able to distinguish. Okay, this is a negative charge, this is a positive charge, and
say this is a R. Okay, this is R. This is no, this is not R. This is L actually. This is L. Okay, this is L. This is L, and this, if we put point here, so this is going to be R. So we can put this point here also. So this is going to be R. So we can put point anywhere. Okay, we can put point anywhere. So distance R may be much more greater than L. So we are taking this case, like if R is much greater than L, then L square is very small compared to R square. So we can simply neglect L square, and the remaining formula is this. So आपको ये फॉर्मूला याद रखना पड़ेगा, लिखना पड़ेगा. आप लेक्चर होने के बाद में ये फॉर्मूला लिख लीजिए. ठीक है, अभी फिलहाल हमारे पास समय थोड़ा सा कम है. सो वी विल जस्ट कंटिन्यू द आवर क्लास and you write these remaining formulas when the class ends. So this is going to be homework also. Now the direction of field is along P. Now it is along P, but it is anti-parallel to P. P is what? P is dipole moment. Dipole moment की डायरेक्शन जो होती है वो नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव की तरफ रहती है. सो इसकी डायरेक्शन किस डायरेक्शन में है? दैट इज इन द एंटी पैरेलल टू P और P बार. सो अभी हमने डायरेक्शन कहाँ पे डिसाइड कर ली? वेयर डिड वी डिसाइड दिस डायरेक्शन? सो ये जो डायरेक्शन है यहीं पे डिसाइड हो गई थी. ठीक है, इन दोनों का जो रिजल्टेंट आएगा that is going to be in this direction only. So that's why we decided the direction. We did not calculate anything for the direction. ठीक है, हमने कुछ भी कैलकुलेट नहीं किया डायरेक्शन के लिए. So this is the direction of that electric field or equivalent electric field acting on that point because of dipole. Now we find that the electric intensity at an axial point is twice that of point on the equatorial position lying at the same distance from the center of the dipole. Now let's see continuous charge distribution. A system of charges can be considered as a continuous charge distribution if the charges are located very close together compared to their distances from the point where the intensity of electric field is to be found. The charge distribution is continuous in the sense that the system of closely spaced charge is equivalent to a total charge which is continuously distributed along a line or a surface or a volume. To find the electric field due to continuous charge distribution, we define following terms for the different types of charge distribution. Now what is this? Charge distribution means what? And why it is necessary? Why we are going to learn this? We need to understand this. Okay, so अब तक हम लोगों ने क्या किया कि अगर यहाँ पे कोई एक चार्ज है, लेट अस से पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज हियर. ओके, सो इसकी वजह से एक इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस होगी, एंड इफ इट इज अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज देन इट्स डायरेक्शन इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक दिस. करेक्ट. सो ये जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन से. ठीक है, सो हमने क्या सीखा है कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस जो है वो एक दूसरे को कट नहीं करती है. दे कैन बी पैरेलल टू ईच अदर बट दे नेवर कट ईच अदर. बराबर हम लोगों ने ये सीखा है. आप लोगों को याद है कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस जो है वो कभी भी एक दूसरे को कट नहीं करती है. नाउ इफ आई से अ चार्ज इज प्लेस्ड हियर एज वेल, सो द डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस इज दिस, दिस इज दिस, दिस इज दिस. Okay, so these are the electric field lines. Now if you see, these two charges are together and the direction of this line is this and this line is this, so they are going to intersect each other, isn't it? By looking at this we can say they are going to intersect each other. Now how to handle these situations, or what to do in such situation? So for that we have to learn the distribution of charge. Okay, distribution of continuous charge. So distributions के कई सारे types हो सकते हैं. Okay, so if we not consider this physically, then we have few mathematical tools or mathematical formulas or ideas with which we can solve the calculations like this or the situations like this. Okay, so that can be line charge or linear charge density. There can be surface charge density and there can be a volume charge density as well. So if let us say there are 12 charges, or let us say 11 charges are there, but out of 11 charges 10 charges are
tightly packed here on in this closed surface, and one charge is, let us say, here. Okay, so I hope you are able to see the charge which I have put here. Okay, so these charges are, or the distance between these charges is very less as compared to the distance between any of the charge present here and this charge. मतलब इन दो चार्जेस में का डिस्टेंस जो रहेगा वो डिस्टेंस ज्यादा रहेगा as compared to the charges present in this particular surface. Okay, so ये दो concept थे जो कि हमें ध्यान में रखने हैं. Now we will see linear charge distribution, that is denoted by lambda. As shown in figure 10.22, charge Q is uniformly distributed along a linear conductor of length L. The linear charge density lambda is defined as lambda is equals to Q by L. Okay, so when we see the lambda symbol in electrostatics or electronic related chapters, then we simply say that it is a line charge density or linear charge density. Okay, and the unit for lambda is coulomb per meter. It is not centimeter, again it is coulomb per meter. Charge का यूनिट होता है coulomb और length का मीटर होता है m. Now L is what? L is the length of that particular conductor. For example, charge distributed uniformly on a straight line, straight thin rod, or a thin nylon thread. If the charge is not distributed uniformly over the length of thin conductor, then the charge dq on a small element of length dl can be written as dq is equals to lambda dl. So अभी ये एक कंडक्टर है मान लीजिए. So इसमें एक यूनिफॉर्म चार्ज जो है वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया गया है, यानी कि इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज इज प्लेस्ड एट इक्वल डिस्टेंसेस. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज यूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ चार्जेस, जैसे कि हमने पहले भी इसके बारे में पढ़ा है. अगर यहाँ पे एक कंडक्टर है, ओके, सो यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस थोड़ा ज्यादा रखा और यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस मैंने फिर से कम रख दिया. सो यहाँ पे कुछ चार्ज है और यहाँ पे कुछ चार्ज है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज नॉट नॉन यूनिफॉर्म चार्ज, मतलब कि यहाँ पे चार्ज यूनिफॉर्मली प्लेस नहीं है. सो व्हाट वी डू इन सच कंडीशन? सो dq is equals to lambda dl. So lambda जो रहेगा that is going to be our linear charge density and it is going to be dq divided by dl. Now dq is what? dq is charge in this particular region and length of this region. So this is called as dq divided by dl. So that is again lambda. Okay, so this is charge density when the charge is non uniformly placed or over a line. Okay, so this is like linear charge density. Now let's go to the surface charge density. Surface charge, suppose a charge q is uniformly distributed over a surface of area A as shown in figure 10.23, then the surface charge density is sigma is defined as sigma is equals to q by a. Again, q is the charge, a is what? A is area of that surface. So SI unit of sigma is, or the surface charge density is coulomb per meter square. अभी एरिया हम मीटर स्क्वायर में निकालते हैं, सो उसका यूनिट भी मीटर स्क्वायर में ही आएगा. So see, this is a surface and it's the total charge divided by the area is going to be surface charge density. And as I have said, if the charge is non-uniformly placed, then how we can calculate? dq by dA. See, dq by dA is equals to sigma. So for this particular surface, let us say this surface, मैं dA ले लूंगा और this charge it will be dq. Okay, so this is how we find out the surface charge density. Now volume charge density rho. Suppose a charge q is uniformly distributed throughout a volume V, then the volume charge density rho is defined as the charge per unit. So rho is going to be q divided by v. V is what? V is volume, और volume हम किस तरह से मेजर करते हैं? in meter cubes. So its unit is going to be coulomb per meter cube. For example, charge on a solid plastic sphere or a solid plastic cube. So आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट इज वॉल्यूम चार्ज डेंसिटी। मतलब कि हमारे पास कोई भी एक वॉल्यूम है, सो उसमें हर जगह हर पॉइंट पे और इक्वल डिस्टेंसेस पे इक्वल चार्ज प्लेस किया गया है, so that is going to be uniform distribution of that charge throughout the volume. So how we calculate that? Q divided by V. V is the volume and Q is the charge, and we denote volume charge density by rho. So आने वाले जो चैप्टर है उन चैप्टर्स में आपको लाइन चार्ज डेंसिटी, वॉल्यूम चार्ज डेंसिटी और सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी ये बहुत काम आने वाले। दीज आर लाइक बेसिक्स फॉर यू। सो इफ यू हैव अ क्लियर पिक्चर इन योर माइंड what exactly is linear charge, what exactly is surface charge and volume charge, then you will find it easy to imagine about those examples। मतलब वो examples आप solve करने में आपको आसानी जाएगी अगर आपके दिमाग में आइडिया क्लियर है कि चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन किस तरह का होता है और इसे रो को इस तरह क्यों कंसीडर किया जाता है, एस को इस तरह से क्यों हैंडल किया जाता है। सो अगर ये तीन चीजें आपको क्लियर है, देन यू विल फाइंड इट इजी। ओके, सो अगेन डी क्यू इज इक्वल्स टू रो डीवी। मतलब कि मैं कोई एक सैंपल या फिर यस सैंपल वॉल्यूम ले लूंगा और उसमें उस सैंपल वॉल्यूम में जितना चार्ज है दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अगेन माय वॉल्यूम चार्ज डेंसिटी फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर वॉल्यूम। सो दिस इज हाउ electric field due to a continuous charge distribution can be calculated by adding electric field due to all these small charges. Now here is one interesting question for you. It is question for you and you have to google it or you have to find it from the sources that you have, and you have to post the answer of this particular question in your homework. Now again I am repeating, most of the students except Sankalp, nobody is submitting homework. I don't know why you are not submitting homework. You have to submit homework and you have to submit your doubts as well. Okay, this is 11, this is base of your 12th and the further education graduation. अगर आपको अभी कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है 11th में, so it's your duty to get it cleared in this standard only. अगर आप फर्स्ट ईयर में जाके या फिर इसके बाद में जाके अगर ये सब चीजें क्लियर करने की कोशिश करेंगे, सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी हार्ड फॉर यू। ओके, दिस इज वेरी बेसिक। अगर आपको मुश्किल भी लग रहा है फिर भी ये बेसिक ही है, ये मान के चलिए, एंड फोकस ऑन दिस। सो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन? द सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी ऑफ अर्थ इज सिग्मा इज इक्वल्स टू -1.33 नैनो कूलम पर मीटर स्क्वायर, दैट इज about 8.3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 10 raised to the power 9 electrons per square meter. If that is the case, why we don't feel it? So अगर सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी इतनी ज्यादा है तो हमें हमें फील क्यों नहीं होती है? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। सो यू कैन गेट दिस आंसर ऑन गूगल, जस्ट ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर एंड लेट मी नो एज वेल। नाउ हियर आर फ्यू थिंग्स अबाउट स्टैटिक चार्ज। हम स्टैटिक चार्ज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। ओके, वी आर नॉट पर्टिकुलरली टॉकिंग अबाउट द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। Okay, so Sankalp is saying because our body is also having a same unequal or opposite charge. Okay, so Sankalp, for you I would like to let you know that yes, your half answer is correct but half is wrong, that you have to get it correct. Okay, so yes, you just google it and you find it, then you will get the answer. This is not the exactly correct answer. Okay, fine. So static charge can be useful. Now we are talking about static charge. Okay, see, differentiate between static charge and the current or electricity. We are not talking about electricity here. Okay, so static charge can be created whenever there is a friction between an insulator and other objects. So static charge किस तरह से create होता है? Because of friction. Now for example, when an insulator like rubber or ebonite is rubbed against a cloth, the friction between them causes electron to be transferred from one to another. So this जैसे कि हमने देखा कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को ना तो हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं ना ही डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकते हैं, दे कैन बी ओनली ट्रांसफर्ड। सो इसी तरह से स्टैटिक चार्ज प्रोड्यूस होता है। दिस प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ इंसुलेटर्स is used in many applications such as a photocopier, inkjet printer, printing metal panels, electrostatic, precipitation और separators etc. So अभी इन सारे एप्लीकेशंस में स्टैटिक चार्ज का यूज किस तरह से होता है वो आप लोग एक बार सर्च करके देख लीजिए। Now static charge can be harmful. How it can be harmful? When charge transfer from one body to other is very large, sparking can take place. For example, lightning in the sky. So lightning in the sky is a very big example of spark because of transfer of charge. So a small example we can take is, there is a spark when in winter we wear sweater or we just rub our sweater against our body. Okay, there also we can see the spark. So this is also one example. So sparking can be dangerous while refueling your vehicle. मतलब अगर हम vehicle में fuel भर रहे हैं and then the sparks happen, so that is going to be very catastrophic, isn't it? So the third one is, one can get static shock if charge transfer is large. मतलब अगर एक ज्यादा चार्ज ट्रांसफर किया जाए किसी बॉडी पे, so it can get a tremendous or a large shock. So dust or dirt particles gathered on the computer or TV screens can catch static charges and can be troublesome. So that's why we have advised to keep our PC or electronic appliances away from the dust. So dust particles की वजह से क्या होता है, static charge वहां पे जमा होता है और हमारे कीबोर्ड का सॉरी हमारे कंप्यूटर का, लैपटॉप का या फिर कोई भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस जो रहता है वो एक मदरबोर्ड पे या फिर पीसीबी जिसे हम कहते हैं प्रिंटेड सर्किट बोर्ड पे, उस पे बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट्स सोल्डर किए हुए रहते हैं, माउंट किए हुए रहते हैं और उन कंपोनेंट्स की मदद से ही वो पर्टिकुलर अप्लायंस चल पाता है. सो इफ देयर इज अ डिस्टर्बेंस ऑफ डिफरेंट चार्ज, मतलब कि वो कोई that acts as a noise, okay, that is not useful charge, static charge, so that is going to be troublesome. So that's why we have advised to keep our electronic appliances dust free. मतलब अगर उन पे डस्ट बैठ भी जाती है, so it is our duty to remove that dust. Now precautions taken against the charge. Home appliances should be grounded. So हमारे घर के जो कुछ भी home appliances है, they must be grounded. So एक ग्राउंडेड होने की वजह से क्या होता है कि आपको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की एक नेचर है वो आपको पता है या फिर नहीं है, मुझे नहीं पता. ओके, सो देखिए, this is a, let us say, line, or this is a wire that is conducting electricity. Okay, and if it is again one line is here and one resistance is here. Okay, and this is a ground. So which path will electricity follow? कौन सा path electricity follow करेगी? Electricity follows the path which is having least resistance. Okay, so right side में जो path है वो path provides the least resistance for the electricity to go to the ground. मतलब electricity tries to go to the ground. कोई भी चार्ज जो रहता है वो ग्राउंड को जाने की कोशिश करता है. ओके, सो वो पाथ विथ लीस्ट रेजिस्टेंस चूज करेगा. सो अगर हमारे घर के अप्लायंसेस ग्राउंडेड किए रहेंगे, मतलब उनकी ग्राउंडिंग की रहेगी, so what we are doing, we are just providing them a metallic path or a path with less resistance or least resistance for that charge to be grounded. Okay, so that's why it is necessary to have the appliances in our home grounded. Okay, now avoid using rubber soled footwear. So actually we should use rubber soled footwear. कि हमें चार्ज से अगर बचना है, so we have to use it ना. So I don't know why they have given using rubber soled footwear here. You just search about this and let me know as well. Okay, now keep your surrounding humid. Dry air can retain static charges. So surrounding जो है हमारी तरफ, हमारी वो humid रहनी चाहिए जिससे कि static charge वहां पे रह नहीं पाता है. ड्राई एयर में स्टैटिक चार्ज रह सकता है, which is acceptable and I am agree with this. Okay, so you just have to think about the second point. Now as I said, we will continue till 8:30, but it is not necessary because we have completed our chapter and here are few questions. देखिए यहाँ पे आपको कुछ न्यूमेरिकल्स भी दिए गए हैं. I think there are 7 न्यूमेरिकल्स. सो इन न्यूमेरिकल्स को सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कीजिए. जितने भी फॉर्मूले मैंने आपको लिखने को बोला है वही फॉर्मूले यहाँ पे यूज होने वाले. ओके, सो इफ यू फाइंड एनी डिफिकल्टी देन जस्ट पुट योर डाउट्स इन द क्लासरूम. सो आज का जो हमारा होमवर्क रहेगा, दैट होमवर्क विल बी दिस क्वेश्चन ओके। एंड दीज फॉर्मूलाज, जो मैंने फॉर्मूलाज आपको लिख के दिए ना, सो जो या फिर जो लिखने को बोले हैं, वो फॉर्मूलाज आपको लिखना है, या फिर आपको जो फॉर्मूलाज इंपॉर्टेंट लगते हैं, जो कि मैंने लिख के दिए हैं, उसके अलावा भी अगर आपको कोई फॉर्मूलाज इंपॉर्टेंट लगते हैं, सो आपको एक पेज पे लिखना है, एंड देन दैट यू हैव टू पोस्ट इट एज अ होमवर्क. Okay, now this is all about our 10th chapter. We will start the 11th chapter in the next class. So there is a small announcement regarding the next exam. तो अभी आपकी जो एग्जाम रहेगी, that is going to be a semester exam kind of exam. मतलब पिछली बार जो आपकी एग्जाम थी, that was objective type, is it? So objective type एग्जाम जो है वो आपको थोड़ी सी इजी भी लगी, और मतलब कि आपको थोड़े से एफर्ट भी कम लगे, कि इतना आपको कुछ सॉल्व करने की या फिर जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही थी. सो इस बार हम क्या करने वाले, वी आर प्लानिंग टू टेक योर सब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम. नाउ व्हाट, हाउ वी कैन टेक द सब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम? सो इसमें क्या करना है आपको, सिमिलरली आपको जिस प्रकार से लास्ट टाइम आपने एग्जाम दी, उसी प्रकार की लिंक आएगी, उस फॉर्म पे आपको जाना है. देर देर आर गोइंग टू बी फ्यू ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस एंड फ्यू सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन. सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस का क्या करना है वो मैं अभी यहाँ पे आपको बता देता हूँ. So you have to read the question and you have to write the answer on your notebook. Okay. Which chapters? Okay. When the exam is declared, okay, when the exam dates are declared, then I will tell you the syllabus also. Okay. Your exam is going to be mostly in second week of November. Take this for granted. Second week of November. So just give me few seconds. I will just try to show you how you have to give the exam. Okay, now I'm stopping my computer presentation. Okay, ठीक है. सो आपको एग्जाम किस तरह से देनी है वो देख लीजिए एक बार. लेट मी जस्ट present my mobile screen, and after that I will show you the exam pattern or how you have to solve the exam. Just give me a few seconds. I'm opening that link. Okay, so see, now I'm presenting my screen. Sorry. Yeah, I hope it is visible now. Yeah. Okay, good. So see, this is, let us suppose the link is there. You click on that link and the exam is going to open. Okay, sorry. So it is showing you have already responded, so that I have to log in with another mail ID. Okay. So okay. देखिए मैं आपको बता देता हूं किस तरह की एग्जाम रहने वाली है. सो इस एग्जाम में, सॉरी, स्क्रीन इज नॉट विजिबल. इसमें आपको एक ऑप्शन दिखाई देगा कि उसमें क्या रहेगा. वेट. ओके. सो मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, आपको प्रैक्टिकल मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में बता दूंगा. हमारे वैसे भी बहुत सारे क्लासेस होने वाले हैं बीच में. सो इसमें आपको फोटो निकालने का ऑप्शन दिया जाएगा. ऊपर क्वेश्चन लिखा रहेगा और नीचे आपको एक ऑप्शन दिखेगा ऐड फाइल नाम का. ऐड फाइल ऑप्शन पे आपने क्लिक किया, सो आपको बोलेगा कि चूज अ फाइल फ्रॉम योर कंप्यूटर, सो या फिर मोबाइल डिवाइस. सो आप जैसे उस पर क्लिक करोगे तो आपको कैमरा ओपन करने का ऑप्शन दिखेगा. सो एट दैट इंस्टेंस आपको वही उसी ऑप्शन में से कैमरा ओपन करना है. आप यू हैव टू कैप्चर द इमेज एंड यू हैव टू अपलोड इट. सो मेक श्योर कि आपकी इमेज ज्यादा बड़ी ना हो, मतलब कि आपकी कैमरा की सेटिंग्स जो है वो इस तरह से कर लीजिए आपके एग्जाम से पहले, कि उस जो फोटो निकल रहा है उसकी साइज भी छोटी हो और उसकी क्लियरिटी भी अच्छी ठीक ठाक हो, जिससे कि टीचर को वो आपने लिखा हुआ आंसर दिखाई दे. ठीक है. और यू हैव टू मेक श्योर योर लाइटिंग इज गुड ऑल्सो, मतलब कि जो आप फोटो निकाल रहे हो वो दिख रहा है आपको, या फिर अच्छे से उसके आपके हैंडराइटिंग समझ में आ रही है. दीज आर द प्रिकॉशंस दैट यू हैव टू टेक. सो आपके फोटो की जो लिमिट रहेगी दैट इज गोइंग टू बी लेस देन 10 MB, मतलब 10 MB से छोटा कोई भी फोटो आप अपलोड कर सकते हैं. लेकिन इफ यू हैव अ पुअर कनेक्शन, और अगर आपके पास नेटवर्क कनेक्शन अच्छा नहीं है, सो 5 MB अपलोड होने में टाइम बहुत लगेगा, इजंट इट? सो इट्स बेटर कि अगर 400-500 KB का फोटो है या फिर 1 MB तक का फोटो है, सो वो इजीली अपलोड हो जाएगा. सो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि आप
अच्छे नेटवर्क एरिया में हैं, आपको 1 या फिर 1.5 घंटा मिलेगा, 30 मार्क्स की एग्जाम रहेगी, और इसी तरह से आपको नोटबुक लेके बैठना है एंड फोटो निकाल के आपको आंसर्स सबमिट करने हैं। ओके, सो आई विल जस्ट गिव यू द डेमो टेस्ट, मतलब आपको एक डेमो के लिए मैं आपको लिंक शेयर कर देता हूँ, वो आप ट्राई कीजिए। अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आता है कुछ तो यू कैन पोस्ट इट इन द गूगल क्लासरूम। सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द एग्जाम एज वेल. So that's it for today. I think we will start our 11th chapter in the next class. And yeah, bye bye for now. Chalo, bye bye, Sankalp, Suraj. Samir has already left.